Social validation is a huge, powerful motivator in your brain. So when somebody says, I don't like you, why does it feel so bad? Because in your mind, the tribe is kicking you out. And in the jungle, if the tribe kicks you out, you are dead because you need the tribe to survive.
But if you have a powerful neural network and you say, no, my actions and my plans are bigger than the cancel culture, you'll be able to overcome canceling online, which happens to all of us nowadays.
Exactly, because you need to be aware that you're not in the jungle anymore. And so when you mentioned Gita, I really love that you brought it up. I actually tried to do an entire neuroscience of Gita series.
Wow.
So just read through the whole thing and try to understand, is there a scientific basis for this at my level, whatever I could understand. And there is. So there are verses in the Gita that talk about how we are slave to our senses. That basically means slave to our initial pleasure systems.
Which are?
How do we train someone to do something? We give them something that makes them feel good. So if you have a dog, you give it a treat. Every time it poops where you tell it, it sits where you tell it, you give it a treat. The dopamine network in the brain is the treat that the brain gives itself.
Dopamine is your feel-good hormone.
Dopamine is the hormone that makes you feel good. So every time you do something that is good for survival, your brain rewards itself with a dopamine treat. Literally like training a pet. Okay, good boy, you ate that fruit, here is some dopamine for you. So now you say, oh wow, I feel good, let me do that again. You had sex, great, there is a lot of dopamine for you because now your species will reproduce and you will not all die. Lot of dopamine. Your friends are all proud of you, you are the leader, lot of dopamine. You get money, that is power, you have power over your society, lot of dopamine. Every time you do something that is good for your survival, you get dopamine. That is how we are trained. The pleasure of the senses is we are stuck in that dopamine loop. Taste, touch, sight, sound, smell. Every time you are doing something that is good for your survival, you get a dopamine kick. You are stuck in that loop. Let me keep doing that more and more. This is the limbic level. Even if you cut off your prefrontal cortex, you can still function at that level. What does the prefrontal cortex do? The prefrontal cortex has the ability to detach from the limbic.